Guys, what it do? How are we doing? All right, let's get this out of the way. Card on the screen. Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday, everyone. Guys, overnight session is so much better than the New York session. That's all I gotta say. Overnight, much better. Let me show you guys some setups overnight that I think was extremely good. So we got some good draw liquidity here. We got overnight lows on NQ here. There's a one. All right, and then we got ES lows as well. Guys, overnight was so clean once again. The sell was beautiful. We had 15-minute IFTG after we filled that little volume balance from our open. Last night in London, on the 5-minute, we had change in the state of delivery here. Also, look how nicely this breaker is being respected. Look how nice that breaker is being respected. So I'm gonna continue looking for a little bit of shorts today and see if we can get a move into our overnight lows. This should be draw liquidity. We have a 15-minute gap present right above us that will look to jab for our shorts. Just to mock up the trade here, it'll likely be something along these lines. I don't really mind this too much. You have a model, for example, a liquidity FEG change to the SMT, you're good to go. Just wait for it. Exactly. Okay, my SMT isn't part of my setup. It doesn't have to be. It's just extra added confluence. But overall, I think if you look at the daily chart here, this is what it's looking like on ES and NQ. This is kind of reminding me of this type of price action on a lower scheme. We have a monthly gap really close. So the monthly gap is only, what is it? It's only 100 points roughly away, which is not much at all. Considering this week is going to create another OB, so we're gonna have back-to-back OBs. We're gonna have a change in the state of delivery possibly on this weekly time frame, so we should definitely be bearish on the higher time frame. Currently rejecting our weekly OB up here, and now we're gonna get a weekly change in the state of delivery, possibly, unless we get a fucking 40-point pump, which I don't think we are. I think we're gonna sell today, and then we could look for these lows down here. So just something I'm gonna mark out and post in a Discord. That's very key to note going into next week. Pretty bearish this morning. All right, guys, make sure to drop a like on the stream. Guys, we need more likes. We gotta do more giveaways. Run it up. It's ugly if you go to the higher time frame, bearish. I mean, it's not too ugly, because look, this is, I talked about this in the Discord. This is what you want. This is exactly the type of price action you want going into a sell side move. Because let's say, for example, we go down into our monthly gap, right? This is the most obvious monthly FEG into low resistance I've ever seen in my life. Look at all these swing highs left behind, right? What the fuck? This is all low resistance liquidity. We got low resistance liquidity up here. So this move, if we tap the monthly gap, it's going to be such a high probability move on the higher time frame that you should be wanting this going into the monthly gap. I think I'm gonna stick with options today versus futures. Kind of interested in this short or this 15-minute gap. I daily lost them on them yesterday. I didn't blow them. Yes, wide stop. Also a very wide TP size accordingly, chat. You're risking like $600 due to micros. London's way better, bro. I'm up a lot from London. I'm not gonna lie. I traded London and I'm up a lot. And I missed this entire move because I was asleep. I just traded all this here and it was beautiful. No, not anything right now, but I am looking for a 15-minute short. Yesterday, enjoy the trade of my pod. Nice, bro. I've been working on it, bro. Lifetime knows we got a huge program coming soon. I've been working really late nights with it, which is why the streams are kind of starting late. Last night I was up recording until almost 2 a.m. my time. So I literally went to sleep like 3 hours ago. And now we're up again. That's my priority right now. All right, chat. I'm honestly gonna get a small entry here. I'll add if we go a little bit higher, just because it's before 9:30. But I'm gonna take a jab here at shorts in this 15-minute gap. Not full size. We'll go half size here, in case we get a New York open pop. Beautiful. All right, 50 points there. Like I said, I'm not really looking. I'm looking just for lows. You ever trade London live, like live stream? No, I used to back in the day, but it's not ideal for me. I gotta prioritize my sleep. The only reason I'm up late night these days is because like I said, I'm working on my program. Yeah, I'm in this short here. This is probably the best, highest probability in my eyes for today. New York session has been completely shit. So I traded last night a lot. I'm up a good amount. This is just see if we can get a continuation down. Guys, you know, we talked about it yesterday, right? We had a huge dump off open yesterday. We had what, 900 points, and then we were looking for these lows to get hit. Because it's a high probability draw, and then people are like, oh, SMT. Well, SMT doesn't really matter because we basically left relative equal lows, right? If there's an SMT like up here, then that makes sense. But then we just chopped around the entire session, literally the chop of death. And you know, I talked about it on Instagram that chop is what causes accounts to be blown more than anything, because it's volatile. People think we're breaking out or having a continuation, you know, 100 points, 200 points up and down, but in reality, it's just chop. So just be safe. New York session has been a size down for me a while, but overnight session, honestly, do try to take advantage of it. We just need a 1 minute OB close down here. We should be fine. All right, beautiful. Almost 100 points here, chat. Almost 100 points. You in? Are you, bro? People, zero IQ, bro. I'm not gonna lie. All right, chat. Let's go break even here. If you didn't get in, bro, that's a skill issue. I literally called it out at least 4 times that I'm in the trade. At least minimum 4 times. All right, nice little 50% there on options, which is good too. Very clean, chat. There you go. Boom. First TP. There's first TP right there. It does not get easier than this. It does not get easier than this. Literally does not get any easier than this. Your day should dead ass be done right here. Make sure you got that trimmed. Good shit, Gino. That's it. That should be it right there. If you should not be taking any more trades than that right there. Whatever happens to the rest of the position, runners break even. It is what it is. That's it. How many guys took that trade? Damn chat, if you guys took that trade. That was literally one of the easiest trades I've taken in a very long time. Whatever happens after this, we are not concerned about it. We already took most of our position off. And normally, in normal cases, you guys know how I trade. I would never go break even at the first low because the overall draw on liquidity is so close, but it's New York session. I can't be asked to fucking hold this. Every time we've been holding a New York session, it's been getting cooked. All right, good shit, chat. That was the easier trade of the day. Because this should 100% have gone all the way down, have a continuation down, but this is New York session. This is your modern day New York session where we don't deliver at all. PA does not deliver. All right. Good shit, Gino. Good shit, G Money. Frankie. I think like it was a pretty high probability trade to a 15-minute gap projection into lower prices. I'm still bearish overall. There's no way I'm going to be bullish even if we go above this because we have too many bearish PD arrays along the way. When I talk about probabilities, this is what I mean. This, in normal senses, New York session would never do this. We go and run the liquidity, and that's it. This is why late entries are getting absolutely shit on, and people who enter after the first low gets hit are getting shit on in this market. A box right there, just a 15-minute gap. I don't want to keep my chart messy. You just gotta, dude, New York session, you just have to wait. You just gotta wait. Drop a like on the stream though, chat. We need at least 250 likes. We'll do a lucid crate opening. Giveaway accounts every single day. All right, let's see if we get continuation here off the IFEG. Almost got wicked out there. Survived the wick out. I'm guessing a lot of ICT traders are probably entering this IFEG here. See the lows from overnight get hit, chat. Sometimes you just will take a jab out waiting for the IFEG in lower time frame. Yes, because if it's such high probability trade, I could jab it right away, right? What I've noticed is these late entries in this market have been getting shit on. Even if you're trading this IFEG, I don't even think taking this IFEG here in normal senses, this would be an A plus picture perfect setup. You know, we tap the more opening OB, etc., but it's just playing to the market conditions. I don't think this is high probability getting in later. See where it goes, chat. Let's see where it goes. Obviously, the highest probability draw is still that overnight low compared to anything else, but the delivery is just a little iffy. Like, I would love to tell you guys this is gonna be the greatest IFG setup of all time, but I don't buy it because you just look at previous New York session data. All the moves are happening overnight, and New York's getting left with the absolute scraps. The other just joining in the market, like this should have already taken out the low. In a normal sense, this is already the lows get taken out, which is why I think overnight is just so much better, bro. I think overnight in all of 2026 has been a lot better. I'm being completely honest. A lot better. You take a trade? Yep, we took this literally the top tick off New York Open. We trimmed down here. Now we're just waiting for our runners to do what it wants to do. Yeah, Asia and London have been so much better, bro. It's genuinely not even close. Normally I would say avoid trading Asia sessions, but when Asia's moving like how we moved yesterday, right? When we're getting a fucking 400-point move, perfect. Like this is perfect here, right? You could have taken this inversion up here. You had these inversions, like it's way more higher probability. And then even London session, bro, like we tapped the 4-hour gap up here, and then we had a sell off. Like what else can you really ask for? And you go into New York session, and this is what you're gonna get during New York session. That's what you're gonna get during New York session. All right, I got hit BE there, chat. But this is gonna be your New York session here. Bunch of back and forth. Makes me not even want to wake up for New York. Like if you took this IFG trade right here, absolute dumbass in my eyes. Like this is such a bad trade. All right, we got stopped on our 15-minute short here. Like I said, the DOL is still 100% lower. It's just the delivery is absolute horseshit. All it is. I'm telling you guys, if you guys are taking these 1-minute entries up here, you guys are getting absolutely shit on, and you haven't learned anything for the last 2 weeks. If I see anyone complaining about taking these trades and getting stopped out, you literally have not learned anything over the last week. Anything. Nothing at all. and you cannot adapt to market conditions. That's what I realized a lot of people can't do, especially if you take this trade right here. This is a terrible. This terrible. Nah, it's definitely not projecting. It's realizing how the New York session has been moving over the last couple weeks, right? Like this is how we've been moving, and this is why people are blowing their accounts overall. Chat, every time the market goes down, I notice it because, or every time the market gets hard, I notice it from the people themselves too. The stream goes from 1,500 views to 1,000 views because they're already blown all their accounts. If you go into any New York session in this environment and don't expect chop, you are absolutely out of your mind. There's a reason why I took the trade off the 15-minute time frame versus the 1-minute time frame, and why I covered most of my position at the first low instead of the second low. This is because I learned by observing with my eyeballs what's been happening over the last couple of weeks, and I know that New York session is not high probability. Yet people are still going to go in there and thinking this is I'm going to slap every IFG setup. No, you got to play to market conditions, bro. That's what it comes down to. This trade, why not just trade above the 15-minute time frame? Trade the 15-minute hourly and you'll be so much fine. Because look, even if you are short from here, right? Let's say you're still short from this 15-minute. We took a short, we got like a 200 points move almost, right? If you're short from this 15-minute gap and you didn't go break even, you have a way better chance of winning than you taking that fucking 1-minute bullshit ass inversion thinking it's gonna be a good trade. Most traders who take this will have a higher win rate in this market than a lot of people on the 1-minute time frame. Is the drawn liquidity still lower? Absolutely. Is the 1-minute going to support that? Absolutely not. You're going to get stopped out 5 different times before it hits our TP. And that's the issue with a lot of people. They can't adapt to that. They can't play off the higher time frame. They're so addicted to the 15-second, the 1-minute, the 5-minute. You guys are literally getting liquidity swept over and over and over and over and over and over again, and no one's learning. That's the issue with this market. Well, not even the market, that's the issue with a trader themselves. The market is going to be like this. The market is going to do what it's going to do. This is going to happen over and over and over again in terms of these type of conditions. Most of our conditions come from this type of area, right? But it's just, you guys are living and dying by the 1-minute chart. The 1-minute chart is not meant to be traded unless you're an advanced trader. How many people in here have made 7 figures from trading? Get the fuck off the 1-minute chart. That's what it comes down to. And I'm talking about in any market, I would suggest getting off the 1-minute chart, because it's too volatile these days. We are too high on the NASDAQ for the 1-minute to be viable for a lot of people. And this is going to happen the rest of NQ's time, right? We're getting too many points these days, which is fine, but it's not fine for your fucking 25K prop account that has 1K drawdown. You can't trade it. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Get off the lower time frame completely. We're in an era of where 1% on NQ is 300 fucking points. That is absurd. And we're getting 3 to 4% moves in a couple of days. You cannot survive a 1,500 point swing on NQ with a 25K or a 50K prop account if you're trading on the 1-minute time frame. And I'm gonna say this again with the camera bigger so you guys not focus on the chart. This is the new era of trading. The lower time frame is not something to be traded with. Like I said, a 1% move is 300 points. You cannot survive that on a 50K. You can't survive that on a 20K prop account, no matter how good your risk management is. Because if you're playing technical stop losses, 100, 200 point stop losses is the average in this price action. It genuinely is the average. And what are you going to do? Trade 1 micro and get 200 point stop loss? There goes half your 25K account. Get off the 1-minute time frame. Stick to the higher time frames. Trade purely off the 1 hour and the 15-minute. Same strategy you're using on the 1 hour, use it on there, and you'll get way better entries and way better moves. Because, like I said, we're already moving up and down 100 points in a chopping condition. Same reason why people lost yesterday. We were chopping on the 15-minute time frame. In the grand scheme of things, it was a chop fest, but people thought we were going to break out because they were moving 200, 300 points. I want to compare yesterday's price action. Let's make my camera smaller. Yesterday's price action, right? We dumped 1,000 points, and then we just chopped in a range. 1,000 point dump, 300 point range. That is the equivalent of having a 100 point drop and being stuck in a 10 point to 30 point range all day long. Would you trade that if we dropped 100 points and we'd range in 30 points? No, you guys want to trade that. Same situation here. It's just more points because the volatility is so high, because NASDAQ is so high. You need to avoid trading on the lower time frame. It's simple as that. So many people got killed yesterday. Yesterday was an absolute kill fest. I'm not gonna lie. And the same thing with today. When the 4 hour and the higher time frame, like the daily, chop around like this, what is it doing? It's preparing you to take out liquidity and getting an explosion move right back for a reversal. It's the exact same move we got on the weekly here. People got absolutely killed in these, I think it was like 6 months of price action. Absolutely killed. We hit our higher time for PD array. Boom. Crazy expansion. But everyone was already dead. Retail was already dead by then, bro. Or a lot of day traders were already dead by then. I don't want to say all of retail. It's the same thing on a lower time frame. Same thing we're getting today. You should go into every New York session expecting chop until something gets changed. Until something tells you otherwise. Remember, the market comes in phases of a couple weeks to 3 weeks at a time. And we're in that era right now where the New York session's ass and overnight's good. And 3 weeks from now, we might shift into overnight being completely ass and New York session having all the sauce. It happens every single time. In my 5 to 6 years of trading, I've seen it happen every single year. And every single year, people get addicted to one type of market, and then when it switches, they can't make a change. The real profitable people, the way to get profitable is surviving this and understanding this and changing your executions, not your system in terms of what you're looking to enter off of, but the actual execution itself from the lower time frame to the higher time frame. All it is. Everyone knows what the draw liquidity is. It's going to be these overnight lows. Everyone knew where the draw liquidity was yesterday, and guess what? We just chopped around and then we took out during Asia. Just because you know where the DOL is doesn't mean the delivery there is going to be nice. How do you feel about 10-point stop losses on New York session? Anyways. Anywho.
You are listening to Liquid Lab Radio.
I hope you're talking about ES. I hope so. All right, drop some likes. We'll do some giveaways here. Do some giveaways with our 10-point stop losses. I'm not even trying to clown on anyone, but my goodness, bro. 10-point stop loss, eh? $10, eh? So the age-old question: how's the weather, guys? Hey, bro, I'm just giving you guys the energy you guys give me, bro. That's it. I'm just keeping it consistent, bro. Not personal. But it's time to hold chat accountable. It's time to hold chat accountable. All right, this is a good make or break spot here on pretty much the entire market here. Peace and love win. Fates are funny, bro. Let's see if this 15-minute close is a wick or not, because it's gonna break out of the megaphone. Bro, this is New York session. We're gonna wake up. Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna wake up on Monday or Sunday, Globex open, and we're gonna end up down here somewhere. We're gonna just run the liquidity. Bro, this is giving me straight PTSD from this price action here. The exact same thing. Dude, this is hilarious price action, bro. All right, chat. 40 more likes. We'll run the giveaway. I really want to run the giveaway, guys. Drop a like, bro. Where the codes are at. I think we. No, Brian sends me like 50 at a time or some shit. Yo, imagine I just redeemed these all for myself and I just grabbed a bunch of accounts, guys. The funny thing is, if I asked Brian for that, he'd be like, yeah, go for it. The more people understand the market, the more people it's going to change. There's no escape for you. I would make better use of it. I'm not going to lie, probably. Not probably. I definitely would. 100%. But we've gotten like 5 straight 25Ks in a row, bro. It feels like. Just give us something good, bitch. Please, I'm scared to look at this. Dude, the price action goes ass and the dilute crates go ass. Guys, we need more likes on the stream. 350 likes, we'll run another one. I'm meaning to run another one, chat. So please lock in and like the stream. Guys, we caught a nice move in New York session. I'm still here to say New York price action is absolutely ass. Asia and the Euro pores absolutely clear this price action. No liquidity sweeps in New York. That's the biggest thing. Absolute dog shit. Hey, the Euro pores be cooking, Brian. That time, I'm not gonna lie. How do we know who won? I'm gonna do a giveaway in the. I'm like, get the code that I posted, and that's what I send to people after we do the giveaway in the Discord for it. You'll see in a few minutes here. Bro, what the fuck is this no liquidity sweep, bro? I don't give a fuck if YM took this shit, bro. I don't care. I don't care. Equal high, damp it. Yeah, London lows sweep is fine, but when we leave smooth lows at Asia lows, it doesn't make a high probability. My is sue market makers for New York discrimination. If you know, Friday moves seem to be fucking manipulation. Like obviously, price doesn't sweep. It's obvious deal well every time. I've seen a lot of. I mean, it's just, bro. I've seen it not do it. I've seen it do it, bro. It's just market conditions overall, bro. That's all it is. You know what? Dude, I was so ready to go like this. If this got swept, I was so ready to long the shit out of this. We have a weekly rejection block. I mean, a lot of people don't know what it is. A lot of people do know what it is, but essentially a fair value gap right here, which I was looking to take a long out of it, but caught a nice short early. I'm not too worried. Let me answer King Kong's question. Where was it? Where's King? Did the profitable trader struggle with bad PA too? Absolutely, bro. 100%. Dude, everyone goes through, like Serge said, everyone goes through struggling periods, bro. Everyone goes through the struggle period. Profitable and not profitable, it doesn't really matter. Pop, let me see. Let's put your question again. That just, can you provide options trading and what type of orders we should be looking when we try to vanquish new options? I haven't tried vanquish. I just tried on Webull or Robinhood. Honestly, sorry. I'm low-key thinking of trading just on Webull. Not that Robinhood is bad or anything. I really don't mind Robinhood, but keep everything in one place. I think the only thing would work here, Serge, is if you get like a 15-minute gap. Yeah, I trade on Webull, but I have most of my like longer dated stuff on there. I don't really day trade on it. The only difference between profitable and unprofitable psychology. Yep. Which chat we're fixing soon. I posted this in a lifetime chat yesterday. This is why I've been working those late hours and not getting a lot of sleep. But chat, we have something coming soon. Trust me. Trust me. Everything I know. And it's going to be obviously a lot of psychology based too, because that's the most important thing in trading. Do you find Robinhood web interface super laggy? Nah, not super laggy, but there is definitely times where it does lag. Like, I don't blame you if you think that. Dude, we're getting like 100 points in two minutes. But yeah, I remember a few times like when SpaceX IPO'd, bro, Robinhood literally died, bro. It was so bad. It was terrible. A lot of chop chat on the higher time frame, at least. Low-key, a 1 minute change of state of delivery here would probably take us to any 5 or 15 minute gap that we create. I want to see at least a 15-minute retracement. We really don't have a fair value gap either, though. And like, I don't think this fair value gap down here is going to get tapped into. No hourly gap either. If you're really bullish, if you're extremely bullish off this price action, you'd probably want to wait for a IFEG plus change of state of delivery here, and then you could operate off that. I'm pretty much neutral for the rest of the day. Only lifetime pimmers have access. They're gonna get first access. They've been with me for a while, bro. Yeah, this pumpage is pumping. All right, chat. 50 more likes. We'll do another crate opening, bro. For my own sake, I'm trying to do another crate opening because I'm not satisfied with the fucking bullshit ass 25Ks, bro. I'm trying to be a full-time trader, but I couldn't realize I gotta work as a stable income. That's something that's sustainable. Yes, it is. 100%. Become a swing trader, bro. Swing trade, or trade purely off the higher time frame. I think people who have jobs struggle if they're trying to trade on the lower time frame. If you work on the higher time frame, you'll be much better off. Yo, what's good, Matt? What do you think about Mello? I think this is a good trade, bro. I think it's a good trade for the Wolves. Now, I'm surprised they let Nas Reed go, but I think they'll find a 4. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm a Laker fan, die hard, but if I'm LeBron, I'm going to the Wolves. LeBron as a 4 would be they would win the championship with that lineup. Well, they would have what? Melo, and Jaden McDaniels, Bron, Gobert. God damn, that makes too much sense for it to happen though. Bro, I need a giveaway. Just blew my account. Bang. Good shit. Good shit. Good shit. You guys are funny, bro. All right, we're at 309 likes on the and I see you guys liking the stream on the site, but we need a like on the actual stream. Braun's not winning in Minnesota if he doesn't win. You don't think so? I think they'll be competitive, more competitive than Lakers will ever be. Dude, as a Laker fan, I'm fucking tired of this front office. If you look at roster for roster, we are so behind on everyone else. It's not even funny. I know Jalen Duren wants out. Make it happen, Rob Plinka. Make it happen. All right, we're almost there, chat. I'll do another one. Dude, Lakers front office makes a dude. The only good trade we had is the Luka trade, and they walked into it, bro. All right, let's do another crate opening then. Please, Lord, give us something good. Give us something good. All right, guys. Let's pray. Let's pray. Let's pray. Dude, that's the fucking like 6-1 or some shit in a row, bro. I don't, dude. 100Ks at least exist, bro. What is this, bro? What is this? Bro, you can't even trade fucking 25Ks in this condition, bro. Absolute scammage. Oh, let's say I need a charger. I have my portable here. Absolute scam, dude. Am I dumb? Yeah, well, we need a chain of state delivery. We never got it. We got a 15-minute gap here, though, which I want to see get tapped into at least. Gap fill there. Gap fill there. What's SpaceX doing these days? That shit dead. Dude, oh, guys, I'm gonna give you guys the sauce right now. Microsoft longs, bro. That's simple as that. This is it right here, bro. We take out previous week low. Our previous week low, previous year low. This is it right here. Imagine we go down to 207. I doubt it, but on a real note, this is the biggest lagger in the market, bro. Actually, a very solid setup. Bro, was that a fucking 140 point candle? Oh my God, it was. All right, let's do the giveaway here in Discord. All right. What did we get? The Lucid 25K count? I don't know which ones we got. We got a Flex and a Pro. Always. All right. Giveaway with Crate. Oh, he's the other one. 2 minutes, 2 winners. All right, guys, enter the giveaway. If you guys aren't in the Discord, I'm gonna link it to you guys. Yeah, Microsoft is gonna be good leaps. I feel like at the yearly sweep. Yeah, I got mine. I blew that shit in like 3 trades. All right, we got 1 minute on that. All right, I got 20 seconds. Hey, pointers, get used to the volatility and size down. Biggest thing. Oh, I know. I recognize the name. My lifetime member. Congratulations. And then Witcher XAU. Girl's a gold trader. Congratulations. DM me 25K winner, and I'll give you guys your guys' accounts sometime later today. Lifetime is closed forever. Indeed. We got some 15-minute gaps formed, about to form, excuse me. Even if we go higher, you ideally want to see this get tapped into. Yes, I started with take a prop count yesterday. Currently have 364 cash. Target at least 8%. Wait. I started with the prop 10K prop account. What are you trading? Currently have 364 cash. My target was at least have 8%. I mean, yeah, you might as well, bro. I mean, it depends if you want to spend the time to try to build it up. I don't think it's worth it. Are you trading CFDs? I think it's CFDs, right? Oh, do you know what day your chart fanatics will be released? Yes, we got confirmation. This Sunday, chart fanatics will be posted. This Sunday. Could be a good one. Should be great. Hey, what's going Harsh? What's going on? You guys just joined the stream. We took a trade earlier. We caught this 15-minute short to the downside. We trimmed here. The rest of it break even. Other than that, really haven't done much. Question. Is your high now? I mean, I'm just kind of waiting to see how this hourly candle closes. Scale from your first prop account. You basically want to keep trading until you get a payout, and then you can use those. You know, after a couple payouts, don't do it after the first one. Buy another account after with that money you got from the payout, and then rinse and repeat. Right? This should like, and for going from 1 account to 5 account, depending on, you know, I'll say average is probably take like 6 to 8 months. Price is not wanting to retrace at all anywhere. Bro, the general chat is not real, dude. We're gonna put that right there. Yeah, let's go at Benny. This is such a funny fucking comment, dude. It directly penetrated him. Next giveaway, PM session. All right, guys. We're gonna wrap it up here. It's a pretty good stream. Caught a little nice trade early on. Other than that, just chopped around. Live for PM, guys. So 1 p.m. Eastern, we'll be live for the final stream of the week. We'll wrap it up. Obviously, price action is a little bit more difficult than it was earlier this month, but just survive, Chad. Just survive. All right, I'll talk to you guys later in the live stream for 1 p.m. Eastern. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll catch you guys then. As always, peace and love, Chad. Peace and love.